Obasanjo prefers a Tinubu to be president of Nigeria than Atiku because he knew that if Atiku has one more day to die, he will kill Obasanjo before he dies because of what Obasanjo did to ruin his political career. Obasanjo, being a Yoruba man, is still comfortable with another Yoruba man being president than for an Atiku who he knows will strangulate him to be president. And I'm sure it was part of the calculation that idea of breaking the back of Atiku cannot happen without introducing Obi into the equation.
Sowore held a Twitter space to talk about police extortion and the illegality of the IGP of police, but he ended up talking about Mr. Peter Obi. That is Sowore modus operandi. He cannot stay or go a day without talking about Mr. Peter Obi. I want you to listen to his Twitter space. I'll be back at the end of his discussion so we can destroy Sowore's conspiracy theory.
Kemi?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. So thank you very much, Mr. Sowore, and I must say that I commend you. You are a very bold person. I mean, with everything that these people do to you, you still come out with guns blazing every single time. I mean, the most recent one was just really amazing. So I just want to ask you one question and maybe a follow-up later if I have time. So you said people like Obasanjo, Babangida, and the rest of them, the people that control power at the top in Nigeria, brought out Peter Obi just so that Tinubu will eventually win. So I'm just wondering if you would explain to us what was their end game, because I like to think, and I believe you because you know a lot of things, you have a lot of contacts in some of these places, but I'm just thinking people like Obasanjo with some of their body language, I'm not quite sure I trust Babangida so much, but Obasanjo has also been at loggerheads with Tinubu right from the days of when he was the first president in 1999, all that fight he had with Tinubu when Tinubu was the governor and all of that. So I would like to believe that they are not really good. But, to think that Peter Obi was used, because Peter Obi came towards the end of 2022, that's when the movement really, really became serious. I also agree with you that, Labour Party, gave him I'm a Peter Obi supporter. I voted Peter Obi, I'll vote him again. And I see your comments, I see, all the jabs that you threw at him. I would like to believe that if we are really, really going to maybe yes, my time is up. If we're going to take over power, if we're not going for Peter Obi, who do we go for? But I also want you to answer, why do you think that Obasanjo also, was tricked the people? Because I don't think that Obasanjo actually wanted Tinubu to become the president. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. At least you admit to something that I know these people more than most people, because I've been a student of Nigerian politics since 1989. When I entered the university, I started immediately when I was 19 years old. But I didn't get to be doing national politics until 1992 when I became the president of the student union. And where I wanted to look is this. Who were the major candidates in 2023? There was Tinubu, Atiku, and Peter Obi was later on, after he lost out from the PDP as a candidate, when he knew that he wasn't going to, he left and went to Labour Party. Obasanjo's biggest enemy in Nigeria is not Tinubu, it's Atiku. Obasanjo prefers a Tinubu to be president of Nigeria than Atiku because he knew that if Atiku has one more day to die, he will kill Obasanjo before he dies because of what Obasanjo did to ruin his political career from 2007 or 2003 in particular, when he was vice president to Obasanjo. Most of you didn't know, but I covered their fight. It was probably the worst fight in the political history of this country, and there's nothing comparable to the fight that Obasanjo had with Tinubu. So And he has looked at it geographically and knew that Atiku had sufficient influence, if you are not careful, to win the election. But if they take out the East and the South, and the Middle East, the Middle Belt, where there are Christians, because the Christians in the Middle Belt were oppressed. They have been oppressed. Southern Kaduna, Taraba, Plateau, Benue. They've had issues of oppression with Fulani herdsmen and domination. And now they have to deal with the Muslim ticket. They couldn't stand it. Obasanjo, to religious leaders, especially all the GOs, reached out to them and said, look, we have to take Atiku, don't support Tinubu. But Obasanjo, being a Yoruba man, is still comfortable with another Yoruba man being president than for an Atiku who he knows will strangulate him to be president. And I'm sure it was part of the calculation that idea of breaking the back of Atiku cannot happen without introducing Obi into the equation. And if you look at the people who they surrounded Obi with, you will understand this. Edoyin Okupe was appointed by Obasanjo, but he was close to Tinubu. Pat Utomi, who took Peter Obi to Labour Party and claimed that he stepped down for him, because Pat Utomi claimed at Labour Party convention, which they did quickly, that he stepped down for Peter Obi. He is one of the closest person to Tinubu. In fact, there's still a video online where Tinubu was dancing and Utomi was dancing with him and Larry Banjo. You guys probably know Larry Banjo, but I saw him recently at Ganifa Ome event. So all these things did not happen by accident. Even the guy that replaced Okupe, when Peter Obi realized Okupe was stealing money from his campaign, they got Okupe convicted. I'll tell you the story who convicted Okupe in the future. But without even going too far, Okupe was convicted by the judge who tried me for treason, Justice Ijoma Ojukwu. Ijoma Ojukwu is the wife of Professor Ojukwu. Professor Ojukwu works at Bayes University. Bayes University is a university owned by Dati, the vice presidential candidate of Peter Obi. So when they wanted to deal with Okupe, the judge convicted Okupe because they couldn't stand Okupe. Okupe was stealing campaign money. And you are hearing this from him for the first time. But don't forget, it was the same Okupe they sent to me to come and join Labour Party and join Peter Obi's campaign. And I said, me? Are you mad? You guys remember when I responded to Okupe and he never called me back? Because I told him, I said, how dare you, Okupe, come and tell me to join a campaign that you are part of? That even if the campaign was legitimate, the fact that you are part of it shows that it's a fraud. That is what I told Okupe. And I wrote about it on my Twitter page. Of course, all the people who were supporting Obi were abusing me. They said Okupe was the best thing to happen to them since peanut butter was invented. Even Abure, that was your hero, I was constantly telling you guys that the Labour Party is Airbnb, short renter, that they will soon kick Peter Obi out of the place because he only came to rent it for 2023. Has it not happened? Because I know all the plots that is happening. I know who is involved. It was the same Obasanjo who went to Baba Adebanjo's house after the election was supposedly stolen, that there should not be protest. He doesn't want Nigeria to break up. He has seen civil war before. And that was why the idea of protest was quelled. Because Obasanjo at that point had gained what he wanted most, ensuring that Atiku did not become president. But he didn't mind his townsman, a fellow Yoruba man, being president, because at least they can speak Yoruba to themselves and resolve their differences. What did Obasanjo do later? He went to meet Tinubu's wife, greeted her. Next time, Obasanjo went and put Tinubu's hat, the one with handcuff, and wore it and said he didn't know his Tinubu's hat. They can play people who don't understand them. Nobody can play on my intelligence. And this is why you see that sometimes people are uncomfortable when I said I can't be part of any packaging. You can't package anything to me in Nigeria because I have been around here for a while. And as to who to support in 2027, you know already. Let the lion lead the pack of lions. Abandon the sheep and the sheepies. Thank you.
Everything that Sowore is saying there, he just looks like a storyteller. It seems like he's telling a story that he cooked up from his head, a story that he brought out from his news to give to gullible people. I'm sorry, most of you say that Sowore is intelligent. He doesn't even sound intelligent from what I've heard so far. The person that asked Sowore questions said she's a Peter Obi supporter, that she voted for Peter Obi and she will vote for Peter Obi again. In the same vein, she was asking Sowore, who are we going to vote for in 2027? Her statement is contradictory. It shows that whatever she is saying there is a script. That person is not a Peter Obi supporter. She is a Sowore supporter. That is how they have been moving around. Since Peter Obi broke out into the national politics, they have been using Peter Obi to project Sowore. That is the same thing that Sowore does. Anywhere he goes, all he discusses about is Mr. Peter Obi. They held a Twitter space to talk about police extortion and the illegality of the Inspector General of Police. But the discussion quickly snowballed into Mr. Peter Obi. Peter Obi's emergence into national politics quickly relegated Sowore into the background. Sowore was projecting himself to be the third force candidate that will fight against Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the 2023 general election. He never anticipated, he never believed himself that someone like Mr. Peter Obi will displace him quickly. Ever since Peter Obi became a national discussion, Sowore has never forgiven Mr. Peter Obi. He keeps throwing jabs and insults to Mr. Peter Obi, and Mr. Peter Obi has never for once responded to him. Sowore is a pained soul. Sowore is an aggrieved person. Sowore is angry that Mr. Peter Obi has taken the limelight, the shine that he never has. Sowore knows that he will be irrelevant in Nigerian politics if he does not discuss and mention the name of Mr. Peter Obi. Mentioning the name of Mr. Peter Obi is like an oxygen to him that he needs to stay alive politically. Sowore is not a politician. He can never become one. He will never become one. Sowore is an activist. His strength lies in fighting the government, exposing the ills in the society. That is where his forte lies. Now, regarding what he said about Obasanjo using Mr. Peter Obi to stop Atiku from becoming the president and allowing Bola Ahmed Tinubu to become the president, it's nothing but conspiracy theories. This is not the first time we are hearing things like this. We heard it during the electionary campaign, we heard it after the election, and we are still hearing it now. Atiku had no chance of winning the 2023 general election. Before Atiku even emerged as the PDP presidential flag bearer, Peter Obi has made consultation in all the states in Nigeria, barring Adamawa State. He met all the PDP board of trustees, asking them to vote for him during the PDP primaries. When Peter Obi was making all of this movement, APC has not conducted her primaries. At that point, APC was still fighting to retain the party ticket in the north. Obasanjo, Rotimi Amechi, and Ahmed Lawan had higher chance of winning the APC presidential ticket than Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There was no Bola Ahmed Tinubu when the Obedient Movement kicked off. When the Obedient Movement staged a peaceful march in all the states in Nigeria, going to the PDP headquarters, beseeching the PDP to hand over the presidential ticket to Mr. Peter Obi. And in all of this, Doyin Okugbe was with Mr. Peter Obi. So where did Obasanjo get the idea of using Mr. Peter Obi to stop Atiku Abubakar from becoming the president so that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will become the president, when Peter Obi has already made his intention known from the onset, even without Bola Ahmed Tinubu securing the APC ticket or Atiku Abubakar securing the APC ticket? You can see how unintelligent Sowore is sounding, trying to create a conspiracy theory about Mr. Peter Obi. The idea that Peter Obi was used to stop Atiku from becoming president so that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will become the president is laughable, because everyone knows that Mr. Peter Obi won the 2023 presidential election. If not for the corruption in INEC, if not for the corruption in our judiciary, Peter Obi would have become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Peter Obi contested that election to become the president. He was never used as a placeholder. In his parting shot, he said, "Who will you vote for? The lion that will lead the pack to the fight." Sowore thinks that politics is all about protest. He thinks politics is activism. He doesn't want to separate activism from politics. All the protests that Sowore has been holding in this country, which of them has seen any meaningful result? None of them so far has seen result. The End Bad Government protests he organized in 1st of August. Look at what happened. Innocent kids, minors, were incarcerated by Bola Ahmed Tinubu government. Sowore was in US enjoying himself. He tried to insert himself into the EndSARS protest, but he was chased away by the youths. Protest is the only way Sowore can remain relevant. Sowore should focus on protest. That is where his forte is. He is no match to Mr. Peter Obi. Peter Obi successfully built a business from the scratch. Peter Obi has held organization as executive chairman. Peter Obi is a successful two-term governor, the best governor this country has ever produced. He left the PDP, joined the Labour Party in 6 months. He was allocated 6 million votes, even though we knew that Peter Obi won that election. There is talk about merger and coalition ahead of the 2027 general election. And Mr. Peter Obi is being seen as a formidable force to displace Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is the kind of person that Mr. Peter Obi is. He is no match to Sowore. You cannot even mention Mr. Peter Obi's name side by side with Sowore. Sowore should go to where his forte lies, and that is in the likes of Very Dark Man, Deji Adeyuga, and Reno Omokri. He is in no way a match to Mr. Peter Obi. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.